With regards to this operation here, with the bananas predominantly, because it's seasonal, they pick and pack the bananas, they wash them, and they distribute it to large wholesalers, typically Woolworths and Coles in the Sun States, especially Victoria. All up on the Serra farm here, there's 300 kilowatts getting installed. We're right in the midst of it now. We've done 80 kilowatts in the main packing shed. There's 100 kilowatts here as we speak. LG panel solar system made up of LG Neon 2 335 watt panels, and they've got 2 other sites and 2 other farms for avocados, which are 40 kilowatts each. So all up 300 kilowatts.
As a grower, we're price receivers in this industry, so quite often we're under very, very strong downward price pressures from the big players, and the only way we can really control that is by reining in our costs, being efficient, and at the end of the day, choosing a system, a solar system, which was going to give us good quality, good backup service, and longevity was paramount to our decision. Costs come from the packing operations over here, and also coming from the pumping irrigation system. So the irrigation system runs 24 hours a day, probably 320 days of the year, and so as you can imagine, it's quite a large energy user. Yeah, in our business, our energy costs per year about $220,000 a year. So expecting to reduce our energy usage by about 120,000 kilowatt hours a year, which in dollar figures, it could represent up to $140,000 a year of savings. So it's quite large and has a 5-year payback. So yeah, to us it was a no-brainer.
They wanted a non-invasive ground mount system with it, so that requires a short-foot design from Victoria. It's an Australian invention where there's no concrete required.
Ground mount is all about the aluminium, and that's not cheap, and the costs of shipping it around bring it from the supplier to us. We use Replenishable ground mount. We minimise the amount of legs on the ground mount by using LG products. We're getting a 340 watt panel in the space where typically you might only get a 270 to 300 watt panel.
Yeah, the solar is a good decision to lower our environmental footprint and also to rein in our costs, try and get a hold of our energy costs and move forward, make positive changes.